So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys so much. It's been 2 weeks. Can you guys believe that it's been 2 whole weeks since I haven't uploaded? Like, who am I, right? And then I realized that I have another class starting this week, next week, and I'm just gonna get busier. So if I didn't like upload it now, I'm never gonna do it. Let me know if you missed me as much as I missed you guys, because I really did miss you guys. So yeah. Today I'm going to start a new series on my channel, and it's a story time, but it's a story time about an ain't shit person, you know those people. But it's not really a person, it's a boy, like ain't shit boys. You know who I'm talking about. So I realized that I had a lot of encounters with ain't shit boys. So I might as well just tell them, like, I'm gonna start a series all about the ain't shit boys. Okay, so I'm gonna start my first story time today. Let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you guys want more stories like these or no. And yeah, let me know in the comments below and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, so this story takes place at a house party, but before that, I used to hang around with two of my friends. One was a girl. Her name was, I'm gonna name her Sally, just because like what we used to call her kind of rhymes with Sally a little, I guess. And then the other guy, we're gonna name him Fred. Super white names. I don't know why I picked them, but we're going with it. So Sally and Fred were two of my friends that I would always hang around with. They were a little bit older than I was. Fred had a car, so he was always like picking us up and taking us places. We were always together. We were like the Three Musketeers. We went everywhere together. And so yeah. And they were kind of like, I had like phases. Like, they're still my friends till this day, but I kind of had phases to where like I would hang around with a certain group of friends for a while, like nonstop, and then I'd kind of drift away and hang out with like another group of friends nonstop, and then I'd kind of drift away and just do, like, I don't know why. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? But at this moment of my life, I was hanging around with them, and we were going everywhere together. So this day we were going to a house party. It was kind of like a kickback slash house party. Like, it had a little more people than normal kickbacks would have, but it didn't have as many people as like a full-on house party has, you know. So we were like at like one of these kickback things, and the group of friends that they had, I didn't really know a lot of people, just because Fred didn't go to our school. I don't even know how Sally met him, but I met him through Sally. And then yeah, but they kind of had like similar friends. So yeah, so we went to this house party, and it was mostly Fred's friends, but Sally knew a lot of those people. I didn't know anybody at this place. So we got there and everything was cool, and Sally met up with a couple of her girlfriends there. So we were all like on the couch talking and stuff, and there was a boy, and he kept like looking at me. We're gonna call him ain't shit, because he ain't shit. So he was just looking at me, and at this point I was like super shy. I don't think I have had a boyfriend yet at this point. So I was just like super shy and like I don't know. And a lot of the boys talked to her because she still has a huge ass and like a little tiny waist. So, and she was really pretty. So a lot of the boys would talk to her. And so she was like, oh, I think he's looking at you. And I was like, no, he's not. He's looking at you. And she was like, no, I think he's looking at you. So he came over and he started talking to me. And I was just like super shy, because I was like, I can't believe he's talking to me. Oh my God. And he was really cute. And so, yeah, we kind of like, me and Sally went kind of our own ways. I don't remember if she met up with one of her like boos at the party, or she went with the girls. I don't really remember what happened to Sally at this point. But I remember we kind of like went our separate ways because I was talking to that boy. And so he's just like asking me my name and what's my, like, what, how old am I, and you know, the norm. And so he's like, oh, let's go outside, because the music was on and it was kind of loud. And he was like, oh, let's go talk outside. So we went outside and we were just like talking, and I'm like super nervous. And he was like, oh, like we're just talking at this point. We talked for a little bit. And he was like, oh, there's this park that's down the street. Do you want to go? And I was like, sure, why not? And so we went, we walked to the park, and on the way to the park he was like holding my hand. It was really like literally across the street. So he was like holding my hand and he was being super sweet. And I remember it was kind of cold because I remember it was like winter time. And he like offered to give me his sweater and stuff. And then I was like, no, it's okay. And we were just like walking, and he was being super sweet. And we get to the park, and he like takes his sweater off and lays it down so I could sit on the grass. And I was like, oh, that was so sweet. And so like we're just talking, and then he like starts to kiss me, right? And I didn't really want to kiss him just because, like I said, I was really shy. And like being like fast and moving fast wasn't really my thing. So I was just like, okay, like going with it because he was really cute. So I kind of like went with it. And then he started to touch my leg. And I was just like, And I didn't like say anything, but then he like, you know, started to do a little extra. And I was just like, no, like, no. And he like he just wanted to get like really Philly, kind of like, you know, throwing little hints like it's about to go down. And I was like, ain't happening. So yeah, he was just like trying it. And I was just like, no, I don't think so. And he was like, come on, stop being like that, come on, and like just saying really sweet things. And I was just like, no, you know, like, and it's really hard for me to say no to somebody. So when I have to say a no like 150 times, I become really uncomfortable because I don't like to say no. And so if I have to say it a bajillion times, like I start to get really uncomfortable. So I was just like, no, you know, like, no, I'm not like that, like, no. And then he's like, come on, nobody's gonna know, nobody's gonna come out here, like, just come on. And I was like, no, not happening. And he was like, okay. He was just like trying it. And I was just like, you know, like, no, I want to go back with my friend. And he was like, I was like, no, I want to go back with my friend. And he's like, come on. Like at this point, he started to get really irritated with me because I keep saying no. And so he was just like, come on, man, like, stop playing, like, come on. And I was just like, no, like, I'm not playing. I'm not really about that life. And he was just like trying it. He kept trying for a really long time. He kept trying. And I was just like, okay, well, you know, like, I'm going to start to walk back because I'm not really comfortable. And he was just like, and he like gets his sweater off of the ground, and he's being really rude at this point. And I felt bad because like I said, I don't really talk to guys. So I was just like, what did I do? Like, did I fuck up? Like, should I have said yes? But then I'm like, I'm not comfortable with it. You know, like I was just uncomfortable. So he was just like, come on, like, come on. And I was like, okay. So we started to walk back, and like I said, when we first went to the park, he was being really sweet, and he was holding my hand and asking me if I wanted his sweater. No, at this point, he was just like, come on, like, hurry up. And then he was walking really far in front of me. He wasn't even waiting for me. And I wanted to cry because I was just like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, why is he treating me like this? Like, why is he being so fucked up? And so I was just like, okay. And so we were walking, and then before we got to the house, he kind of like slowed down. So I was like, okay, well, at least he's not gonna like let me walk in there by myself and look stupid. But I felt really embarrassed because everybody, when we got back to the house, everybody's outside. Like everybody was outside, so they could see us coming. And the house had like a little gate, like a little fence. And so he stopped at the fence, and everybody's outside. And so everybody's like outside at this point. And I was embarrassed because I'm like, well, they don't know that I didn't do anything, you know? Like, it doesn't look that way. Like, both of you guys are coming from the park. You little nasty. So I was like super embarrassed. And he waited for me. So I was like, okay, well, at least I don't have to go in there alone, you know? And no. Do you guys want to know what this ain't shit ass little boy said? He was like, well, you better not tell nobody that I was trying to fuck you. And I was just like, okay. Like, why would I even say that? Why would I even brag about that shit? So I was just like, okay. And then my friend Sally was like right outside with everybody else. So she was like, where were you? Like, what happened? And I was just like, nothing. Like, he was trying to do stuff, and I just didn't want to do it, because you can tell on his face he was angry. Like, he was mad, and everybody else seen it. And so she was like looking at him, and she's like, what happened? And I was like, well, I didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to do anything. And he's mad. And she was like, what the fuck? And then his friends were like, oh, what happened? Like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, nothing. I guess they heard me when I told my friend that I was like, well, he was trying to do stuff, but I didn't want to. And they started making fun of him, and he got super embarrassed. But he was mad, guys. Like, he was so mad. And you know what this little boy said? He was like, man, I would never try to fuck that fat bitch. I looked at him and I was like, why are you lying? And he was like, I'm not lying. I would never try to fuck your fat ass. And I didn't say anything because I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed for the both of us. Like, I'm embarrassed for me. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm just embarrassed because I'm really uncomfortable, and I should have never went. Like, I'm stupid, but I'm embarrassed. And then in my head, I was just like, well, I was still fat when you laid your sweater on the floor. I was still fat when you came over there on the couch and tried to talk to me. I was still fat when you held my hand. Like, I didn't just gain weight on the walk back over here to the house. Like, bitch, I've been fat, and you sure did like it. So, you just mad. You mad. But yeah, I was just like super embarrassed. Like, why would you say that? Why would you lie? Like, that's such a girl thing to do. Okay, so you tried it and they said no. Like, you get some, you lose some. Like, the fuck? And so yeah, I was just like, okay, like, I've been fat and you sure did like it, so what? And so my friend was like, he's fucking stupid. Like, then she started getting mad because he was talking shit. So she was just like going off on him, and I was just embarrassed. Like, I was embarrassed. I was ready to go, and we sure did. Like, Fred did whatever we said. If we were uncomfortable, he was ready to go too. So he was like, are you guys ready? And I was like, I'm more than ready. Like, I've been ready. So yeah, we like left and we went to go get something to eat, and we like laughed about it because it was stupid. It was really fucking dumb. And yeah, so that was the time that some ain't shit little boy tried to lie. Like, why are you lying? Let me know if this something like this ever happened to you in the comments below. But I was super embarrassed, like super fucking embarrassed. But I was just like, I wonder if this shit happens to other people. Like, yeah. But don't ever let nobody try to embarrass you, because he sure did try it. I wasn't fat then. So yeah, let me know if something like this has ever happened to you, or is it just me that shit like this happens to me. But yeah, if you would like to know other ain't shit moments of my life, people who ain't shit moments of my life, let me know and I'll go ahead and tell you guys about those times. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.